What's happening, everyone? Jason right here. Glad to have Sarah here today. I want to get into something a little different, and that is how AI can help you handle a crisis or a reputation problem when one shows up in your business.
This feels like a topic most people don't want to think about until they have to.
That's exactly the problem. Nobody plans for it, and then when something goes sideways, they're making decisions under pressure without a clear head. A bad review that goes viral, a client dispute that becomes public, a miscommunication that snowballs. These things happen to good businesses, and how you respond matters enormously.
So where does AI fit in?
Two places: before things go wrong and when they go wrong. Before, AI can help you think through your most likely risk scenarios and draft response templates for each one. What would you say if a client posted a scathing public review? What if an employee left and said something damaging on Glassdoor? Having a draft sitting somewhere means you're not writing from a place of panic when it actually happens.
So you're essentially wargaming your reputation before there's a war.
That's a good way to put it. Most businesses are completely unprepared because they assume it won't happen to them. The ones who've thought it through in advance handle it so much better when it does.
What about when something is actively happening and you need to respond fast?
AI is incredibly useful for cooling the emotional temperature of your response. When something unfair gets posted about your business, your instinct is to defend yourself in a way that usually makes things worse. You paste the situation into AI, ask it to draft a professional, empathetic response that addresses the concern without being defensive, and then you edit from there. It gives you a starting point that isn't driven by frustration.
The responses that make things worse are almost always the ones written in the heat of the moment.
Always. Even 10 minutes of distance helps. AI gives you a draft that's already cooled down, and then you make it yours.
I'd add that how you respond publicly to a negative review can actually build trust with people who are watching. Done right, a good response to a bad review shows more character than a wall of 5-star ratings.
Really good point. Prospects are reading how you handle criticism as much as they're reading the criticism itself. A calm professional response that shows you actually care about the outcome tells people a lot about what it's like to work with you.
I'd never thought about AI as a crisis tool before, but it makes a lot of sense. It takes the emotion out of a moment where emotion is your enemy.
Your reputation is one of the most valuable things you've built. Protecting it is worth having a plan, and AI makes building that plan a lot less intimidating.
Plan for it before you need it. That's the move.
If you're listening to this podcast and you like what you hear, I have an offer that may be genuinely helpful for you. Head over to intentionallyinspirational.com. Click on free resources in the top menu and select the Intentional Growth Framework. It's a free resource that helps you identify exactly where your marketing and automation have room to improve and where AI can start doing more of the heavy lifting. No cost and no pitch. Just a real conversation about where the opportunities are in your business. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, everyone.
See you in the next episode.
Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, stay curious.